Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope your night was great. My weekend was awesome, and I give God all the glory. The month of September is just going to be wonderful by the grace of God. Keep trusting Him. Today, I just want to ask us a question about trust. How do you trust people? Personally, I know that some certain people I trust totally. And there are some group of people that no matter what you do, I will never trust you. Perhaps because of past experience, some people have portrayed toward me, so it's hard for me to, go back on my word when I say I'm not going to trust this person. You understand? So, as a mother, how would you go about trusting someone? Calm down a little bit. You have trusted this person so much that you can, beat your chest and vouch for this person that you cannot hurt a fly. And unfortunately, this is somebody who is dealing with you behind your back without you knowing. All right. We're talking about leaving your own child with someone who is either biologically related to your husband or relating to you. I came across one video about a woman who was molested by her own uncle for good 13 years. I'm going to leave this video for you to watch and see what the heck is going on in this.
Incest was what I went through because it was from my most trusted, my most loved uncle. I've always loved him all my life. I've always loved him all my life. So when it started, I couldn't tell anybody because yes, I was threatened and I loved him. He's always taking care of me when I was growing up. So coming to Lagos to stay with him, I didn't think twice. When I came to Lagos, I did not go back to see my parents because I wasn't allowed to go back because I was not allowed to talk about it. I saw my father the day he was bringing me to Lagos, and the next time I would see him was when I was going to bury him. So when he died, a part of me died, and it became worse because I just couldn't talk. He's a policeman. He would show me a gun in the morning and he would tell me, you can't talk.
He will show you a gun?
Yes. Then, as at that time, 92, he would give me 1,000 naira. So I always had money. But no boy could talk to me. No boy could come near me. But I knew what he was doing was wrong. But I couldn't talk.
Why?
Because he says if I talk, he will kill me.
And you believed he would kill you?
Yes, I believed because I was seeing a gun.
How long did this go on for?
For 13 years.
Wow.
I couldn't talk to my mom because my parents were deeper life and sex was never mentioned in our house. Like never. I never heard that word in our house. Yes, I never heard it. So he would tell me that your father will not believe you, which was the truth. Because 22 years down the line, after I told my mom did not believe it.
She still didn't believe it?
She still didn't. I was married, I had a child, my mother did not believe it.
Wow.
Yes, my mother did not believe it. Because when like Princess said, they are very caring. When my father died, he was there for my mom. He didn't allow the village people maltreat her. He said she should go back home and mourn. He stood by us. So everybody loved him. He was a nice man. So nobody understood why I couldn't stand him.
Wow.
Yes.
Was he married?
He was married, he had children.
Did his wife know?
No, she never knew.
How is that possible?
Very possible. Because some women sleep like logs of wood. Yes. And you sleep throughout the night.
For 13 years?
Yes.
And the wife did not know?
Yes. She didn't know. She was there. She would sleep throughout the night. And he would come in the night. Once I just hear somebody touching my breast, I know he's coming. Yes. She didn't know.
Did it ever occur to you that you could tell her?
No. Because she will not believe it. The same way my mother will not believe it.
Now that you have watched the video, you can understand the area I am coming from. Now, at what age can you introduce sex education to your child? Because according to the woman, the word sex was never heard. It was a taboo in her family. She has never heard the word sex. And so what would you do as we are having, little kids growing up? At what age? Can you please share your experience? If you have a child or if you're planning to, have a family, please participate in this. Because the people that we tend to trust so much are the people that are dealing with us mightily. You understand? If you do not take time, we will end up living with a snake in our houses forever. Her experience is so pathetic. It was her biological uncle. The father and the mother trusted this man so much. And yet, this was the same person that was busy molesting her, harassing her here and there. And again, the wife of this uncle would never notice a thing. According to her experience, the uncle would use every means possible to threaten her, including gun. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how do we go about trusting and handling our kids to people we think we trust so much? Can we pause for a minute and think about the dangers we are exposing our children to when we send them to go stay with those people we trust so much, or a total stranger? What about bringing people into our different houses to stay with us, and yet we are not physically present with our kids? Can we let that have a back seat? Why wouldn't you think about what Esther did in the scripture? If I perish, let me perish. If God has given you a child, it is indeed your responsibility solely to take care of your child and not to expose that child to someone, because they can't speak, they can't talk. You have already shown them that you have already trusted this person. And so it's just like a monkey say, monkey do. You see, children are great imitators. They see you do something and they imitate. That is what it is. They make it, even without you knowing. And so for this particular woman, she saw that the parent trusted this man so much. And so it became so difficult for her to go back to her parent. And in fact, after 22 good years, the mother never believed her. How is your relationship with your child? What kind of relationship do you have with your child that you can't believe what he or she tells you? If I perish, let me perish. That was Esther's statement. Even if it is chili you are eating a day, grow with your children. Let them eat that chili with you. The world is no longer a safe place for anybody. Take care of your own responsibility. Do not shift it. These kids will never tell you the ordeal they are going through in other people's houses. All right? If you are in a position to take care of someone else's child, please, I beg of you this day to do it as to the Lord. Know that there's unseen eye watching. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. You know why you need to do it as to the Lord? Because there are some children who perhaps you are taken care of because their parents died. Remember, death is inevitable. It is not their fault that their parent died. It is not even their fault that their parents are poor. No one chose to be poor. So if you are privileged to be rich today, just know that that same God can as well change the clock. May God see you through. And as for those who are taking advantage of the situation, I pray for you to. So if you find this video useful, try as much as you can to share it with the others. Let people get to know that the people they trust might just be those enemy within. Do you understand? Share, my dear. And do not forget to subscribe to this particular channel so that when next I upload, you will be notified. May God help you. May God bless you this day. I'm grateful for all your support. I do not take anything for granted. Thanks and blessings.